After claiming the whole of Arunachal Pradesh as a part of Southern Tibet, China has now set its eyes on the Apatanis in the state's Ziro Valley, insisting that they are a Chinese tribe. China Travel Guide, a Chinese tourism promotion magazine, last month featured an article promoting Ziro as a tourist destination. Well, the undeniable truth is that Ziro is the headquarters of the Lower Subansiri district of Arunachal Pradesh and is home to the unique Apatani tribe. Famous for its pine-clad gentle hills and rice fields, Ziro finds a place in the tentative list of UNESCO's World Heritage Site. Indian defense experts and analysts have dismissed China's claims as baseless and said that it is an outcome of Beijing's anxiety over the India growth story and the prospects of India emerging as the third largest economy in the world. The Chinese propaganda that has hardly any bias began since the India-China standoff at Doklam in 2017, when Beijing claimed the Apatanis as their own people. During that time as well, the China Travel Guide magazine had a 6-page profile spotlighting Ziro as a tourist destination within China's borders. Now, China considers the Apatanis as one of its 56 ethnic groups and regards them as the most beautiful ethnic tribespeople of China. Northeast Live has spoken to Lieutenant General retired Rana Pratap Kalita, former GoC-in-C of the Army's Eastern Command, and Professor Swaran Singh, one of India's best-known experts on China, who teaches at Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. Let's listen in to what they have to say.
The recent time, military actions by the Chinese have been addressed by the Indian Armed Forces. So now what China is trying is to win the battle of narrative. So this trying to create a perception that Arunachal is linked to Tibet and that's how it is part of China, which is absolutely baseless. In last few years, China has been following a tactics of 3 Ws, 3 warfares: legal warfare, psychological warfare, and information warfare. So he's trying to create in the eyes of the world a picture that ethnically or culturally or linguistically or religiously Arunachal Pradesh is linked to Tibet and hence to China, and hence justifies its assertion of its claim over Arunachal Pradesh, which is not true at all. The recent incident of stating Ziro as being part of China and Apatani tribe there claim that it's a tribe of the Tibetan or the Chinese origin. So these are all baseless claims, I think. And I think we have to fight that battle of narrative with our own themes which are based on facts. But Ziro, the whole world knows that Ziro is integral part of India. And we have been having Ziro Music Festival, which is organized in September, which is hugely successful, and participants from all over India, and there are foreign countries also come and attend that music festival. So these are all baseless claims, and I don't think they will have achieved anything by resorting to such, planted articles in various magazines and periodicals.
These more recent news about China's media beginning to write about similarity or affinity of some of our tribes in Arunachal Pradesh with the Tibetan culture and tradition is nothing but a continuation of China's way of what used to be earlier cartographic and later, of course, nomenclature aggressions, to now beginning to sort of present some of our people as part of their Tibetan tradition, which is just a new way of sending a message across the border that there are certain claims that China therefore has on some parts of Arunachal Pradesh, which is nothing new. I think that particularly is something we have to understand. Second, I think it's also partly driven or triggered by the fact that India is clearly seen as a very rapidly emerging economy, going to be third largest economy faster than most estimates, because if you see the constant devaluation of yen in Japan from early this year, and also recessionary trends in Germany from early this year, India could become the third largest earlier than most estimates. And that enables India to build better infrastructure and, of course, better defense establishment of India to engage with the China challenge. So overall, the rise of India in that sense and increasing leverages of India do make Chinese definitely much more agitated and anxious, and that pushes them into inventing all new ways of staking and showcasing their claims to territories which are India's territories. So this is part of that continuing what used to be a cartographic aggression, then moved to nomenclature aggression of China, repeatedly naming several parts of Arunachal Pradesh, giving them new names. In fact, there were also media reports in June this year that even India could be thinking of countering with the similar strategy of nomenclatures being used to describe several places in Tibet, mountains, rivers, and settlements by using their traditional names, which are not necessarily Chinese names. India has not done that so far, but India has its own cards to use if push comes to shove. And I think the fact that China increasingly understands India's capacity to stand against China is what makes them really desperate to use all sort of new ideas